Well, good evening, all you Trojan fans. Tonight, the Trojans take the field here at home against the Line Mountain Eagles in really what should be and should have been and could still be one very, very important ball game for both ball clubs. The Trojans coming in here with a 4-1 record overall in the season and an identical 4-1 record for the Line Mountain Eagles here in this 1995 season. Eagles have no losses in league play, and the Trojans dropping one last week to those Millersburg Indians. So the Trojans with something to prove tonight to see that they can come back from that loss last weekend, an unexpected surprise victory by the Millersburg Indians, at least in the minds of our loyal Trojan fans. But anyway, we'll see if we can come back tonight now against these Line Mountain Eagles, and it won't be easy. The Eagles have a high-flying offense and pretty good defense tonight, or this year. So should be one heck of a ball game. We're glad to see that Bobby Pham, at least in the pregame practice, seemed to be okay. Bob was hurt last week and played injured for about 2/3 or 3/4 of the ball game, and made a big difference in that Trojan offensive attack. But tonight, hopefully everybody is pretty healthy. Bob seems to be okay out here as he gets prepared for tonight's ball game, and we'll see just how they do in just a moment. Eagles get a good crowd, brought a good crowd along with them tonight. As a matter of fact, I must say that it's almost a better crowd than the Trojans have representing themselves here tonight. So they're set, they're hyper and ready to go for a big ball game here at UDA. So we'll be back with the toss of the coin and the opening kick in just a moment.
Number 55, Ryan
and those
Smith.
Line Mountain Eagles making their way onto the ball field tonight, and so we'll be ready to go here in just a moment. It is again a very, very beautiful evening for football here at UDA. The temperature around game time is around 70 degrees. It's just nice and warm, very mild evening. No wind to speak of. The field in excellent condition, and you'll notice it's green again. We've had a little bit of rain yesterday, about an inch of rain, I guess, and the field just soaked it up and looks really, really great out here. So we'll be set to go. Everybody is in place tonight, including just about a full moon up here. Not quite, but darn nearly. So we got about everything here at the ballpark, and we'll be set to go in just a moment. Co-captains are meeting out here at the middle of the field right now. That is going to be Zielinski, Sims, Pham, and Rao out there representing the Trojans for this big ball game tonight. And the names we do have for the Line Mountain Eagles, and we'll pick them up just as we go along.
At the refreshment stand at halftime.
See, the toss has been made, and it looks as though UD has won the toss, but has deferred to the second half. I think Shoup is the official tonight. It looked like John out there, I believe his first name is John Shoup from Halifax, is going to be the referee. In fact, it is. So John gets a big game here. As far as the Trojans and the Line Mountain Eagles are concerned, it's a big one. And so we'll see what happens now. The Trojans will kick to the Eagles to begin the ball game tonight. We'll be getting ready for that kick in just a moment. I believe, well, kicking off, we'll have to see who it is. Brian Robertson does a lot of kicking for UD in the junior varsity. The other night against Millersburg, he kicked about 6 or 7 times as the Trojans put a big game on these Millersburg Indian junior varsity. But tonight, let's see. Yeah, it's going to be Robertson, number 80 out here. He'll do the kicking off for UDA. Okay, Brian has her teed up here, and we're ready to go. Here's the opening kick of tonight's ball game. And it's going to be a low kick, bounces around over there. It's going to be picked up at the 26-yard line. At the 30 and up to about the 35 he goes before he's hit and dragged down over there by any number of Trojans. Looks like it was that Ian Whitmer making the stop, number 44 here for UDA, coming up there and making the stop to begin the ball game, and puts the ball at the Line Mountain 35-yard line. Will be 1st and 10.
Down and 10 for the Eagles.
Now the Eagles will split 2 fellas out here on the near side of the field. Brendan Carson is the quarterback. He's number 3, and he will set him up here at the Line Mountain 36, 1st and 10. On the first play, Carson's looking to pass. Fires one over here. It is complete to number 84 for about a yard or so. Nice defensive play made in there by Rao and Morgan coming up to make the stop. It was good for about 3 yards. It'll be second down and 7. That was Corey Shadle making the catch for Line Mountain Eagles. Second and 7, ball at the 39. Carson looking him over. He likes to do this. He'll shout around and change things and talk the play over a little bit here at the line of scrimmage. This time he'll hand this one off, and up the middle with it for some good yardage goes that number 28. Breaks into the secondary and gets some good gain out of that play. Finally hauled down in there by
the first down, tackled by number 22
Drew Peterson in the secondary making the stop, along with that was Dominic Rich. All right, Rich with a good run to the Trojan 45-yard line. First and 10. Carson taking a lot of time, sends a man in motion over this way, pitches back over to this side here. He nearly slipped, and he's going to be grabbed in the backfield. The ball came loose, but they're going to rule he was down. They're going to rule he was down here, and he certainly was. Brad Snyder coming in there making a big rush on him and getting him for the loss. A nice play by Brad Snyder. They'll put it at the 49. It's second and 14 now for the Eagles. Great defensive play that time by that Bradley Snyder. Good job. Second down, 14 coming up for the Eagles. Again, Carson barking out the signals here to his teammates, to the flankers mainly that time. And he's going to look for a flanker. He's got a pass over here. It is complete, or is it complete? No, it is not complete, as it was knocked down on a good defensive play. I believe the pass was knocked down over there by
put on by the Trojans, forcing the incompletion. Third down for the Eagles.
34 of the Trojans making the defensive play on that one. I believe it's third down and 4. Yep. Now they're going to flood everybody out on the left side. 2 wide receivers out on the left side of the field. Sean Rutledge making the stop on the last one. They're going to go into the shotgun formation. Carson looking over the left side. Passes one up there to the short man. He's got the football. Tries to drive it through a couple of Trojans, but that won't happen as they converged on him pretty quickly over there. That was Rich with the reception, but the tackle made in there by Kinch and Heath Altman making the stop over there. Among others, Kinch trying to get everybody fired up in here now, as the defense has produced a 4th down play here now, 4th and about 7 or so, and so they will punt, and it looks like Carson will also do the punting for Line Mountain. They're going to send a man in motion over this way, even on a punt formation. And the kick is a high, wobbly kick going nowhere, coming over this way. And this kick here will be a negative yard kick, I think. Let's see. That might have been for a -1. I don't know what the plan was there, but at any rate, he kicked it over here into the Trojan bench. That was a 0-yard kick, all right? So the Trojans with excellent field position now, as Bobby Pham will put it in play for the Trojans at the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. All right, as the Trojans put it in play on their 1st and 10, we've got a passing offense. 2 great offensive teams here tonight when they're playing well. Motion goes Zielinski over the right side. Pass over there to Zielinski. He'll have it, but boy, right there for the tackle immediately is number 20. The ball came loose, but it was an incomplete pass. So Bob's first pass over there to Zielinski is no good, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Zielinski couldn't hang on to that. He was popped immediately by the Line Mountain Eagle. 2nd and 10 coming up. Sherman will flank out on the far side of the field. Peterson on the near side on this 2nd down and 10. The handoff and going up the middle with it for maybe a yard or so. Goes, who was that? Rutledge carried it that time, and Sean got about 2. It'll be third and 8 now, looking at the Trojans. 3rd down and 8. Got to get some good pass protection here for Bob and see if he can zip some as we go to a 3rd down and 8. Drifting back to pass goes Bobby Fahms, getting a big rush. He'll get out of the pocket, however, and spin around this side. Bob's still on his feet, still going down the sidelines. Finally bumped out here at the 46-yard line
Bobby
of
for the Trojans. He's knocked out of bounds.
Eagles.
48-yard line.
48-yard line, they put it. It'll be fourth down and about 2. 4th and 2 coming up here. Bob making something out of nothing that time. As Toby Huffman in there on this punting situation now. And back deep goes number 20 and number 28 for the Eagles. Oh, high snap. And it's not going to be handled too well back here. Let's see what happens. It's going to be blocked then yet. And so the Eagles take over. Well, the center snap that time was not anywhere near Bobby. He couldn't handle it. And so the Eagles with the first big break of the ball game. It'll be at the Trojan 32. Bob could not handle that one and tried to kick it away then and kicked it right into an Eagle. So immediately the Trojans go back on defense, and what's worse yet is these line-mounted Eagles go back on offense in excellent field position for the Eagles. Handoff and going up the middle there is 28. He gets a yard or two.
The ball carrier for
That's that Dominic Rich. And he's got a couple of yards, picking up just about 3. Rutledge and Sims making the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 7. The Eagles all ready to go right away. Ball at the 29-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Carson calling the signals. They huddle it up quick, and then, oops, wait a minute. Randy might have jumped the gun that time, and if he did, it'll bring up a 2nd down and about 2. We'll see what the call is. The call is going to be a dead ball, offsides, or encroachment, or whatever, against the Trojans.
5 yards.
Bring up a 2nd and 2.
2nd down short now for the Eagles.
In fact, 2nd and about 1 or so. Oh, the Trojans getting themselves in a little bit of a bind here. Ball now at the 23-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Here's Carson handing it off. Up the middle with it goes Rich. Rich spins over the left side. He could go all the way in for a touchdown. He did. So Dominic Rich from about 23 yards out puts the first score on the board for the Eagles. And that came with 6:37 remaining here in the first quarter. And as a result of the turnover, the Trojans paid for that one. It is now 6-0 and the extra point try coming up. All right, the Eagles will try the extra point kick. And we'll see what they do with this one. They were pretty successful. I think they've been pretty much. Nice snap. Nope. Play is going to come over this way. They're going to try for 2, but he's not going to make it. The snapper, or one of the guys, got the ball, gave it to Rich, but he couldn't take it in. And so with 6:37 remaining, it's 6-0. The Trojans will get the ball back. Aaron Altland back to receive the kick for UDA. The Altland on the near side and Breyer on the far side. And the Trojans. Now let's see if we can get some good field position out of this. As teeing the ball up out there is that number 22 for the Eagles. And we'll see what happens with the kick now. See if the Trojans can, really get it together. They were kind of shocked, I think, at that early score. Here's a kick over to the far side, and it's going to be Breyer picking it off over there and running it ahead for UDA. He'll drive it all the way out here, and the ball is he's finally wrestled down and back. As you can tell that these Eagles are really, really fired up, that's for sure. He drove it out to the 25. It's 1st and 10 UDA. And we'll see what the Trojans can do with it this time. Bobby Fahm's got some signals out here from the bench, and we'll see if he can generate a good drive now. 6:20 remaining here in the first quarter. Eagles with just a fine defensive and offensive team. Here's the pitch. Over to this side it comes to Breyer. He's going to be caught practically in the backfield as that play did not give him much protection. He's brought down back there with a loss on the play of maybe a yard.
Number 22, Mike
Ball right at the 25-yard line. Shingara making the stop for Line Mountain. It brings up second and a long 10, just about 11. And we'll see what the Trojans can do on a second down 10. This time Breyer looks like he wants to pass it again. Scrambles around the right side. Now he fires one down this way. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Heath Altland. As Heath had a hand on it, but dropped the ball over there. It would have been enough for the first down, too. Darn close, but it goes an incompletion. Will bring up a third down and a long 10. Third down, a long 10. Looking at the UDA. Ball on the 25-yard line. Both flankers out on the far side of the field. Altland comes in motion this way, and then he'll turn it around, go the other way. Back to pass goes Pham. He's looking. Fires one down the field. Got some guys out here. It is caught. What a great catch that time by Heath Altland. Catching it in between number 3, Carson, and number 20 out there. What a super catch. So you talk about Heath coming back and making a heroic play after the last one that he probably could have gotten didn't. Boy, he made a great catch that time. It's 1st and 10 for the Trojans. The ball out to the 47-yard line of UDA. So a nice pass and a good catch, a really great catch that time by that Heath Altland. Bringing in the bacon and giving UD a first down at the 47-yard line of Upper Dauphin. Now the backs are set. And the handoff is to Rao up the middle, I think it is. Let's see. Or not Rao, Brower rather. And Brower with a good drive up the middle, picking up about 9. It may even be close enough to measure. No, it is a first down. Mr. Shoup says it is a first down for Upper Dauphin, and so we've got a 1st and 10 for UDA. The Trojans now starting to show some offense here. The ball is at the 43-yard line of the Eagles. Matt Sherman will check out of the ball game for the Trojans. Tight end over here is that Sean Rao. Sean's played both great offensively and defensively this year. Really doing a fine job out there for the Trojans. Here comes Altland in motion this way. Handoff is to Breyer. He tries to cut it upfield. Got a bit of loose footing out there tonight because of the rain that I had mentioned earlier. And he kind of just lost a half a step that time on a slip on that turf out there. But picked up 1. Be 2nd and 9 coming up now. Rao will check out this time, as coming into the ball game is Matt Sherman with the play for UDA. Derek Schaefer in front of that line along with Kinch. The center is Tim Kuppenhaver. Over the far side we'll see Sims. Back to pass goes Bobby Pham. He's going to have to scramble now. Fella after him over here, but he can't get him, and Bobby scrambles for about 5 or 6 yards. Not enough for the first down, but you can see how valuable it is to have Bob not limping around out there. Bob looking good here on the scramble. Gets some good yardage and makes the play come up now a 3rd down and a long 3. Ball will be at the 36-yard line of Line Mountain. 3:25 left here in the first quarter. 3:27 make that. 3:27 left here in the first quarter. Now they'll split the backs back here. Handoff is to Breyer. Breyer tries to take it up the middle and tries to get the first down, but is short by about a yard and a half or maybe 2. Not too much on that play. Dion stacked up pretty quickly that time. It'll bring up a 4th down and about 4th and 3. Might have picked up a half a yard that time, that's all. So big 4th down play coming up here for UDA. Ball now just at the 36-yard line. They'll put the flankers on both sides. Peterson on the near side. Back to pass on a 4th and 3. Goes the quarterback. Fires one over the middle. It's tipped up in the air and incomplete. Intended out there for Altland. but it's tipped by
number 63
Josh Kime, making a good defensive play by the Eagles.
First down at their own 36-yard line.
Altman was there, except for the Kime's hand getting on that football. And so the ball goes over now on downs at the 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Eagles. Carson puts 2 flankers out on the far side of the field on this 1st and 10. He's looking to pass. Same play they started off with last time, only this time it is incomplete. Defended out there by Matthew Sherman. Dirk was the intended receiver. He's the split end. And the ball was thrown a little high, and Dirk could not handle that one. So we have a 2nd and 10 coming up here now. And again, he'll split out on the near side of the field. 2 other fellas out on the far side of the field. Rich in the backfield along with number 20. Who's 20? And this time it's going to be Rich with the ball. Dominic Rich drives it to the 40-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. Altman making the stop in there. Good stop by Heath.
It'll be 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 coming up now for Lion Mountain. 2:18 remaining here in quarter number 1. Eagles up 6-0. As Carson once again comes to the line, and it seems like he's taking a lot of time, but they do not huddle up. So he has all the time that would be spent in the huddle. He has out in over the line. So here we go. And back to pass he goes. He gets a rush, but he gets away from a couple of guys. Fires one downfield, incomplete. Intended out here for Dirk. For Dirk.
Ball's incomplete. Covering on the play with number 82, Matt Sherman.
Matt Sherman again on the coverage. But Lion Mountain now is looking at a 4th down. They'll be looking at 4th and 6. So they will be punting the ball away and going back as a single coverage man for UDA now is that Matthew Sherman. Dirk's last kick was for about a 1 yard or minus yard, about a 0 punt on the last one. Again, they'll send a man in motion coming over this way, and he's going to punt this one. He punts it high, but not deep. It's going to spiral out of bounds again. No, it took a great Lion Mountain bounce and bounced back in anyway. At the 37-yard line, 38-yard line.
37-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Trojans in good field position with 1:42 left here in the first quarter. And again, UD will try to get the offense cranked up. Bobby will check back in there now. And the clock is put in motion. 1.5 minutes remaining here in quarter number 1. Nice crowd here tonight. Would have been really huge pending the outcome of last week's ball game, but nice crowd anyway. It's a very decent crowd here. Here's Pham handing it off and ripping up the middle with it for a yard or 2, maybe 2. See where they spot it is Brower.
Brower, the ball carrier for the Trojans.
And Dion's got about a long yard out of it. Call it 2nd down and 2, or 2nd down and 8. Okay, on a 2nd and 8 play from the 39-yard line of Upper Dauphin. 37 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Back, let's see, no, Pham's going to hand it off. Breyer going around the right side. He's running into a couple of Eagles, and he will get nothing out of that as he is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Brower, the ball carrier,
and it will be 3rd down. And,
number 63, Josh Kime.
Well, he might have gained a yard. 3rd down and 8.
And number 20, Sean.
Last play will end the first quarter here at UDA. So at the end of 1, we have a 6-0 ball game. Lion Mountain Eagles on top. Okay, time is put back in again now. The Trojans heading south here at the old ballpark. Now they're looking at a 3rd down and 8. Bobby Pham over the center. Has 2 flankers out on the far side of the field. Back to pass goes Bob. Has some protection. Fires one down that way. It is complete. What an excellent grab out there by that number 16, James Fink. And Fink bringing that one in for a 1st down on a 3rd down and 9. The ball's at the 45-yard line, and James Fink. Might have called him Mike. James Fink here making a good catch. Nice reception there. Boy, he plays excellent junior varsity football and gets a crack at the varsity and makes a great catch. 1st and 10. The ball at actually the 44-yard line of the Eagles. 1st and 10. This time a handoff will be to Zielinski. And Zielinski drives ahead for 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. He's at the 39-yard line now of the Eagles. Keim coming up to make the stop for Line Mountain, but really nice run that time by Anthony Zielinski. 2nd and 5. Derek Schaefer making a hole over there, maybe that time, along with that Kinch. Ryan Kinch opening up something there for Zielinski on the last play. Here's Bobby looking to pass. Fires one over on this side. It is incomplete. Fired a little bit low, and Matthew Sherman unable to pick that one off. Looked like it bounced a little bit low on the pass. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
2nd down, 5.
Okay, the Trojans now looking at a 3rd and 5 from the Eagle 39-yard line. Big 3rd down 5 play. Bobby's going to pass it again. Looking. Fires one way downfield. Got a man out here. It is incomplete as a great defensive play by Carson. The pass intended for Matthew Sherman. Matt getting up just a little bit slowly, but Carson making one heck of a good defensive play. Boy, Sherman was there. Had he been able to catch that ball, he may have gone in for 6. Well, 4th down play coming up. Bob not afraid to let it fly, and he fired that one all the way down to the 5-yard line where Carson made the big play for the Eagles. Punt formation now for UD as they'll try to get the Eagles deep. Good snap this time, and the kick is going to sail over here towards the end zone, bounce around back there. Oh, we cannot handle it, so it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Sherman was back there to cover it along with Peterson, but couldn't quite get at it, and so the Eagles will have a 1st and 10 on their own 20. 10.5 minutes remaining here in the first half now, and the Eagles up 6-0. Okay, with a huddle this time, Carson talked to the boys. Now he'll walk up and give them those final instructions, and here he goes. Whoops, lost the handle on the football. It came loose, but Carson fell on it right there himself, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. No gain on the play. He picked the ball up himself. Brandon had kind of lost the handle on the snap, and it brings up a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 from the 20. Got some people screaming out here about coverage on this play, but I'm not sure what they're going to do. Let's see, the Trojan coaching staff hollering at some of the fellas. Here's Carson. He's going to keep it. Tries to cut it upfield and does so. Has some good yardage before he's stopped out here by number 64, Brad Snyder. Coming up to make the stop on him. Sims also in on the play.
68, Randy Sims for the Trojans.
But you got Mosser out there right now, Justin Mosser. In the ball game for UD. Justin seeing more playing time on the defense now for the varsity. Picked up about a long 8 on the play. Be 3rd down and a long 1. Carson will sneak for the 1, and he's got it, and rushes it out to the 33-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Eagles as they burst upfield for about 3 or 4 on that play. And they're ready to go. First and 10 Eagles. They're on their own 34. Handoff, and let's see, not too much on that one. Got maybe 2 on the play. Whole bunch of Trojans making the stop in there that time. I think Kinch may have been around that tackle. Be 2nd down and 8. Rich on the run that time for Line Mountain. Schaefer checking back into the ball game for UD. Here's Carson. He's going to look to pass. Fires one down the field. Got a man out here. It is incomplete. in and out of the hands of number 2, and I think it's that Dirk, I believe. And he was unable to pull that one in. He had it there. And Mike Dirk couldn't quite handle that one. Sherman was out there on the coverage, but Dirk had the hands on it. It kind of slipped through his fingers and went down, hit him on the knee. And, wow, Trojans dodged one there. It brings up a 3rd down and 8. And again, the Eagles are all ready to go as soon as they get the football back. And we're set now on a 3rd down and 8. See, Carson has all kinds of time after the whistle blows the referee blows the whistle for the play to be in. So here he comes, rolling over this side, looking. He's going to get tackled on a great tackle in there by that Brower. Dion Brower comes gliding in there and made a great stop. And again, now the Line Mountain Eagles will have to punt the ball away. And Breyer coming in there and making one heck of a nice single-handed tackle that time on that Brandon Carson. And so the Eagles will go into some kind of a formation here. They really do a lot of wandering around back there. They got their people all spread out here now. And Carson will take as much time as he can. And here comes that kick. Wow. High, long kick this time. I mean, he got a leg into that one. And the Eagles will down it at the 25-yard line. Dirk back there to down it. The only man back that time was Matthew Sherman. He probably lost that in the clouds. Man, he really put that ball up there. High kick. Back to the 25, 25-yard line of the Trojans, 1st and 10. Well, it's good to see that Trojan defense hold those Eagles again. And now they've got the ball back with plenty of time. 7 minutes, 5 seconds remaining here in the first half. And here's Bobby Pham dropping back the pass, looking over the middle. Got a man out here, but it's incomplete. The ball is underthrown, intended out there for Brower. But Dion
2nd down 10.
Had that ball thrown about 2 yards short. So it'll be 2nd and 10 coming up now for UDA. Okay, 2nd down and 10 now. Trojans go to that running backfield, and this time it's going to be a pass. Bobby Pham's going to get tackled. He will not pass it. That's coming in there to make the stop on him is that number 22.
Bobby Pham is caught in the backfield by number 22,
Mike Shingara making the stop back to the 15-yard line. And big loss on the play. It's 3rd and 20 now. So the Trojans going to have to get a little bit better pass defense in their pass blocking because Bob's getting a big rush, and we'll see what happens on this one. This would either be a pass play or a draw or something, I guess. One would think a pass play. They put 2 people out on the near side here, and Bobby's going to go back. He's going to look down the far side. Fires one deep. Uh-oh, this one could be picked off, and it is. It's picked off out here by number 2, Dirk. Pass intended for number 80, Robertson.
Bobby Pham's pass is intercepted by number 2, Mike
Dirk picks it off at the 49-yard line of the Eagles, and Eagles take over 1st and 10. Okay, 1st and 10 as the Eagles in charge of the football offensively here in the first half, that's for sure, and they've got it back again. Carson on this 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. No, he'll keep it. And on the option, he's going to run it all the way downfield, and I think he's going to go for a touchdown. He is. There are no flags on the play, and Carson with a big 49-yard touchdown run for the Eagles give them a 12-0 lead. And that's sort of characteristic of these Line Mountain Eagles. They go for the big ones. They get these big plays, and Carson just ripped that one for 49 yards and puts a big hole in the Trojans now as they trail 12-0, and the Eagles will line it up for the extra point try. Man, he was through there, and Carson can motor, and he got loose and just took off with it. So 12-0, and an extra point try coming up. The kick will be by that Shingara out of the hold of number 13. And let's see. Now, they faked it last time. No, he's going to kick this one. Kicks it up, and he kicks it good.
Mike Shingara's
So it is 13-0 now as the Eagles climb up on top.
13-0.
And the Trojans will be getting the ball back here again in just a moment. Okay, the Eagles have her teed up again now following their second touchdown of the first half, and Shingara will check it over for the last time. He's ready. Trojans send back a couple of guys who will pick up here in just a moment as Shingara gets set to kick this one off, and here it comes. It's going to go over the far side of the field and, in fact, out of bounds. So the Trojans will have the option of trying a run back or taking it on their own 35-yard line, I guess. I'm not sure. Do they automatically bring it to the 35? I guess they automatically bring it out, although they're talking to the official.
Over first down at their own 35
I mean, the official's talking to the Trojans. He says, bring it out to the 35. We'll start right there. And it's an illegal kick. Let's see what kind of a illegal procedure they call it against Line Mountain. That's what the illegal kick, or the kick out of bounds, is called. So the Trojans go back to work about from the same spot where we just left them off moments ago. 1st and 10, Trojans on the UDA 35-yard line. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Handoff is to Breyer. Breyer tries to move it ahead, but gets maybe 1 yard, maybe not, as he's stopped in there by number 22, Shingara.
Brower, the ball carrier,
making the stop for the
tackled by 22, Mike Shingara.
Eagles.
And number 69, Adam Weiser.
Got about 1 yard out of that.
Second down.
I know, but I don't know him. Okay, 2nd down and 9. Zielinski's the fullback. Breyer is the running back there on this play. And back to pass goes Bobby Pham. Fires one over the left side. Another guy out here, but boy, was the wrong guy again here. And knocking that ball down out there is that number 28, Dominic Rich.
3rd down and 10.
And it's a 3rd and 10 coming up here now. So all of a sudden, UD not passing too many, or not completing too many passes tonight, as Bob sees a different defensive squad out there tonight with these Eagles. So now we're looking at a 3rd down and 9. Again, a passing play, and timeout's going to be called by Bob Pham with 4:51 remaining here in the first half. So timeout, UDA. The UD timeout is over. And Bob's looking over the defense here, and he'll put Altland in motion. Back to pass he goes, gets a rush, gets away, looking downfield, firing it downfield, incomplete. The pass is overthrown this time. He tries to hit Drew Peterson, but it's overthrown. And they'll bring up a 4th down, so the Trojans again stymied on the offense, and they'll have to punt that ball away. Pham will go back to punt. Bob will step up to about his 27-yard line when he gets this one off. Gets a pretty good snap, and the kick is going to be run back here as it's taken at the 28-yard line by number 20. He's at the 30, the 35, 40, 45, midfield, 45 of UD, and tripped up. The ball comes loose, and they're going to say that he was already down. So a fine run back all the way down to the 41-yard line of Upper Dauphin, where the Eagles will put it in play 1st and 10.
Bobby Pham's kick return by number 20.
1st and 10 from the 41-yard line now for those Line Mountain Eagles. Carson puts a man in motion over this way, fake pitch, and hands it off to number 28.
Rich, the ball carrier for the Eagles.
It's got a couple of yards down to the 37 or 38-yard line. Picked up 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. It'll be on the 37-yard line of Upper Dauphin. 3:45 left here in the first half. Trojans trailing 13-zip. 2nd and 7. Again, motion coming over this way. Carson back to pass this time. Fires one over the middle, complete. And a tackle made out here by Sherman. Assisted on the tackle by...
Carson's pass complete to number 36, Mick Hope. Tackled on the play by 22, Drew Peterson. 1st down for Line Mountain.
Oh, that wasn't Drew Peterson. Drew's over here standing. Drew said, oh, thanks, Terry, but Drew wasn't even near that play. Anyway, another 1st down for the Eagles. Ball at the 28-yard line of Upper Dauphin, and Carson on a 1st and 10. This time he's got it again. He looks to pitch it. Nope, now he'll pitch it back here, and it was dribbled once almost, but number 20 took it, and that's Heim, I believe.
Heim, the ball carrier, knocked out of bounds by
had
Peterson.
It, and Peterson did knock him out of bounds that time. At the 23-yard line, something like that.
Line.
The 22, all right, we'll make it the 22, whatever. It's a gain of 5 on a play, 2nd down and 5. Carson again looking him over. And this time Brandon will drop straight back. Looking to pass. Fakes once. Throws one down the side over here. It is going to be incomplete. Peterson on the coverage. Dirk was the intended receiver. But Drew Peterson knocked that one down very nicely.
For number 2,
and it brings up a 3rd down and 5. Really have that nonchalant huddle or whatever you call it. There's players going on and off the field in the line. They're the 5 interior linemen or whatever. They're down already. They're at the line of scrimmage ready to go. Now they're going to find out what the play is, I guess. Anyway, on a 3rd down 5. Back to pass goes Carson. He's going to pass one over here. It is complete. And after the reception, Dirk is nailed over here by Kinch. And Peterson, he was kind of scissored in there. And timeout called momentarily. Now Dirk getting up a little bit slowly that time. He looks bent. Anyway, they're going to talk about holding to the Trojans. We have a hold on that pass play.
Holding is the call.
And the Trojans will certainly take the penalty, I would think, because it would be 4th down and very short if they didn't take the penalty. So it'll bring up a 3rd down, and the ball will be marched back here into the area of the 47-yard line, something like that. So it's still 3rd down, and we'll see where the fellow brings this one back to. I think he's going to bring it back to around the 37. I may have said 47. Back to the 37-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 20. And on a 3rd and 20 now, Carson has looked over the defense, has gotten the call, lost the football. The football's picked up. No, it's in the backfield to hold it. This is going to be tackled back here at the 50-yard line as the ball sort of came loose or whatever, and it ended up back here with
recovered by Rich
picking it up. But boy, he was swarmed under there by a couple of Trojans. And it'll be 4th and a ton now.
4th down long.
So UDA perhaps getting a big break there, as they will get the ball back with only a minute and a half remaining in the first half, and they trail 13-0. Carson wandering around back here, gets the snap, and he gets another high kick. Fair catch called for, but not made back here, and the ball's going to go down. Let's see, how do they rule this? The fair catch was called for out there by Peterson, was it? Or was it, no, by number 82, Sherman.
Recovered by the Trojans.
But the Trojans have it back at the 1. So UD not getting any breaks tonight, you would think. At least on that play. Minute 12 remaining now, and the Trojans may run a play or so and then call it quits for this half, because they are way back there into dangerous territory now. Bobby Pham will be standing 6 yards, stepping back a couple of yards deep in the end zone when he goes to get this play off, and they're going to call timeout now. Coach Hain will come on the field and try to explain this one to them, because they are in dangerous straits. So timeout, and we'll be right back. Okay, timeout's over, and Bobby will try to rush it ahead for a yard or two, and he did so out to the 5-yard line.
Bobby Pham,
and the clock is now down to 50 seconds, and timeout's going to be called immediately.
Timeout called
by Line Mountain. They'd like to have that ball back again. If the Trojans can't drive it out here for a 1st down, they would get the ball back in excellent field position. So they stop the clock with 48 seconds left here in the first half. Trojans have one more timeout remaining. Line Mountain has 2 left. So timeout on the field again. And the Trojans, once again, will see what we can do with this. Try to get out of this hole, get into halftime trailing by just 13, and we will get the ball back to begin the second half of play. Okay, here we go on a second down. Hand off and going up the middle with it. There is Altland, I believe it was. Let's see. No, that was Zielinski. And timeout again called by Line Mountain with 38 seconds left. We've got a
out to the 9-yard line, the 8-yard line.
Third down and about 3 or so looking at UD. 3rd and 3. And the Line Mountain Eagles called their final timeout. Correction on the timeouts. The scoreboard still says the Eagles have one more. So both the Eagles and the Trojans have one more timeout left. 38 seconds is left here in the half, and let's see if Bob can do something with this one. He will hand this one off, and trying to go somewhere with it is Brower, but he doesn't get much out of that. And now the Eagles will spend their last timeout. And the Eagles will be getting the ball back, as we did not make the first down. So the Eagles will call timeout. They'll force the Trojans to punt the ball, because we sure don't want to get stuck back here now with 30 seconds remaining. So I would guess that the Line Mountain Eagles have a couple of things in mind here. Maybe a bad snap on the punt, or a muffed punt, or a run back, whichever. So we'll see. It's not good for our beloved Trojans. We'll be right back. Okay, Bobby Pham goes back in punt formation motion. He is standing 3 yards deep in the end zone to receive this snap, so this better be a good one. 30 seconds remaining. The ball will be a good centering pass. Boy, oh boy, a flag on the play. This one is going to give the Trojans a break, and they will get a 15-yard penalty. It'll be roughing the passer as they tried to make the block but didn't, and so the Trojans will at least keep the ball for the remainder of the halftime, as it will be 23 seconds left. It'll be 1st and 10. Yep. First down, roughing the kicker is the call. And that's going to give UD the ball out here at the 20-some-odd yard line. He's going to march it to the 24.
Running into the kicker, the call
just shy of the 25-yard line.
So
the Trojans now have a chance maybe to throw a long pass. I don't know, 23 seconds left. Again, the clock will be put in motion with the snap of the ball. So on an incompleted pass play, we may get 2 plays yet this period, and if they run it, well, that'll be the end of it. So let's see what they elect to do. They're going to pitch it. Over this way it comes. This is Breyer. Breyer down the left side, or right side here, and dives out to the 40 or 36-yard line. Timeout called immediately by UDA, as the ball is good for the run is good for a first down. And the Trojans will call time, but they huddle it up right away. So now they're not sure what's going on out here, I guess. Anyway, timeout called. UD ready to line it up. And we've got 15 seconds remaining in the first half, and the Trojans with the football. 1st and 10. Okay, here's a 1st and 10 play. 15 seconds left here in the half. Bobby will go back to pass. He's looking down this side, getting a big rush, and he is going to be dragged down, and that will probably do it, as the half will come to an end on that play. So the Trojans trail by 13 at halftime here against these Line Mountain Eagles, as Trojans come up just a little bit short here. 13-0 at halftime. We will get the ball back when the second half begins in just a moment. Well, the captains are back on the field, and we're ready to go. The referee, Mr. Shoup, has signaled that Upper Dauphin will receive the kick to begin the second half of play here. So if the Trojans can generate any offense at all tonight, it would be nice to see them do that right on this first series to get back into the ball game here. Now, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 13-0. So we need to score some points now. We've gone at least 6 consecutive quarters without putting any points on the board, and you can't win ball games like that. So let's see if we can end that streak right here. Now, as they put them out there to receive the ball for the second half kickoff. Going back deep will be Breyer on the near side and Altman on the far side of the field for the UDA Trojans. And the up guys here look like that's number 24 would be Zielinski, and over here is Rutledge as the shorter fellows on the kick. Shingara has her teed up out here. And the high-flying Eagles looking to win their 5th straight, I believe it would be. And here comes the kick. And it is going to go over there on the side towards Heath Altman. He's got it. And up the middle he comes with it. And he is going to be grabbed by number 4. And then a couple of other guys. And Heath will struggle ahead to the 29-yard line. A nice return by Keith.
Tackled by number 4.
And Heath brings it up to the 29-yard line. First and 10 now. Let's see if we can't get something going. Now, the Line Mountain Eagles have played really good pass defense here tonight. They've covered the Trojans pretty well, as Bobby has tried to hit some receivers several times and has either had them knocked down or picked off. So we need to get a couple of completions under our belt here now and see what we can do. Get Breyer loose up the middle. Maybe Zielinski with a good rush. Here's our first opportunity. And it's going to be Zielinski and Anthony with a nice run out to the 37-yard line. It'll be a nice gain on the play of 7. Bring up a second down and 3. Nice run that time by that Anthony Zielinski. Sherman will check out. Sean Rao coming back in there for UDA. Sean's the tight end on the near side of the field. Sims and Schaefer out there along with Kuppenhaver in the middle of that Trojan line. This is Altman. He's got it, and somebody has got him in the backfield as he is tripped up out there by that Shingara, making the stop on him.
In the backfield at the 33-yard line.
It's at the 33-yard line. Loss of about 3 on the play.
Third down
It'll be third and 7. It's now third down as the Trojans lost a little bit on that last one. They're going to flank out Zielinski and Altman on the near side of the field this time. And what would normally be a passing situation. Bobby going back to pass, dumps one over here to Zielinski. He's tripped up, however, as coming up there to make the stop, number 45
pass completes the number 24,
of the Eagles.
Tackled by number 45.
Play was good for about 5 yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3 and another punting situation. So in the first series, at any rate, the Trojans are going to be forced to punt the ball away and give Line Mountain their first chance on offense here in the second half. Bobby will step up to about the 30-yard line, sort of a low snap, but no big rush. And he gets a nice kickoff, and it's going to bounce and go all the way down here where it looks like it'll be down to there by
kick is down at the 24-yard
Matt
line.
Sherman.
First down for Line Mountain.
The ball is at the 24-yard line. No, check that. The ball is at the 19-yard line. First and 10 on the Line Mountain 19. Okay, Line Mountain had called a timeout, and now they're ready to put the ball back in play. First and 10 on the 19. This time Carson will hand it off, and let's see, trying to rip up the middle with it and getting about 2 out to the 21 or 22-yard line. Goes that, let's see who ran the ball that time. That was Dominic Rich, and Rich drove it ahead for nearly 3. It'll be second and 7. All right, on a second down and 7. This time Carson rolling right, looking downfield. Has a man out here. It is caught and complete. He is at the 35-yard line where it is caught for a first down. Pass over there for that 36 or 38 that time. 36.
Carson's pass complete to number 36, Nick Hope.
Nick Hope.
Tackled on the play by number 33.
And Nick picks up the first down. Sherman and Breyer are making a stop out there for the Trojans, but the ball is just shy of the 35-yard line of the Eagles. First and 10. And this time he drives it ahead for a couple of yards. Not too much on that play. Sims making the stop in there along with Altman.
Number 68.
That was Dominic Rich running it up right side for about 3, second and 7. Eagles trying to grind one up here. And crowd very quiet at the moment. Quiet on both sides of the field. Sort of quiet, more conversation and cheering. Here's a handoff to Rich, and Rich spins around the right side over there, and he will get some good running and some good yardage all the way out here before he's tripped up by number 10 out there.
Finally tackled out at the 48-yard line. And the Line Mountain first down.
Morgan making the stop on the last play. First and 10, ball out the 48-yard line of the Eagles. And this time Carson will hand this one off, and again it's going to be Rich and Dominic Rich down to the 46-yard line before he's tackled in there by several
Rich,
Trojans.
The ball carrier again. Tackled by number 24,
Anthony Zielinski in there, along with number 21.
Alan Hill.
Alan Hill is in there now, and Alan Hill making a stop. And a gain of 6. Ball now at the 46-yard line, playing right out in front of us here. Second and 6. Carson this time hands this one off and up the middle with number 33. Close to the first down, if not the first down. That's Mark Rebuck. Altland in there making the stop along with Hill again.
Alan Hill for the Trojans.
It is going to be very close. Mr. Shoup is looking it over. He says it is a first down.
Line Mountain.
Ball is at the 41-yard line of the Trojans now as the Line Mountain putting a drive together here. It started on their own 19. They've now driven it down here to the Trojan 41-yard line. First and 10. QB has it. He's going to try to cut up the middle with it. He does. Breaks a couple of tackles, and he's off to the races. Down this way goes Carson. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown. So once again, Brandon Carson, he ran into the middle of the line, and he had a one Trojan just sort of left him go, and the rest of the guys couldn't catch him. So Carson puts the 19th point on the board. It's now 19-0. A big run that time of about 41 yards for Brandon Carson. And the extra point try coming up. We'll try the extra point. He was successful last time. Here's a good snap. Kicks down. Kick is good.
Mike Shingar's point after.
And that makes it a 20-0 ball game, and the Trojans will get the ball back.
The 50-50 number.
36 left here in the third. It's 20-0 Line Mountain. And Dirk has her teed up again here now as he will be set to kick off for the second time in the second half. High kick, going to be taken here at the 12. This is Altland, I believe, and this time he's going to draw a big crowd out here at around the 24-yard line. Heath Altland running that ball back.
On the return for the Trojans.
And it's first and 10 now at the 24-yard line, they'll put it.
And the Trojans
first and 10 Trojans. First and 10. UD on their own 24-yard line. Bobby Pham will go back to pass. He's looking over the middle. Got a man out here. It is complete. And this time I think it might be that
number 80, Brian
Robertson. And Robertson with a fine reception out here at the 44-yard line. And Brian making a nice catch in there. A nice pass that time. Bob really nailed him with that one. Need a few more of those. Get on the board here once anyway. And it is first and 10, UD on their own 43. Single man in the slot there is that Zielinski. And back to pass goes Pham again. He's looking, getting a big rush. Now he's going to have to reverse it, and he is going to get away. Gets out of there, goes over around the left side, picks up a block, but is knocked out of bounds after a gain of about a yard. He ran 75 yards that time, but he got one out of it. Attaboy, Bob. Anyway, could have been trapped way back, and Bob gets himself a yard to be second and 9. Bob really with that threat, good athlete, and can really run and evade the tacklers when he gets an opportunity in the open field there. And he got one out of that. Second down 9. Well, Bob really getting a rush in there, though. And here's a pitch. Over this way it comes now for Breyer, and Breyer picks up about a yard maybe as Dion drives it to the 46-yard line. Kime coming up there along with Shingara to make the stop for the Eagles. But it'll be a gain of a yard on the play, 3rd down and 8. Peterson and Sherman flanking on the far side of the field. On the near side we have Altland. Back to pass goes Bob. He's looking left. He's firing down that way. It is incomplete. Knocked down over here by that Kime, I believe.
Number 63, Josh Kime.
Josh Kime. He's been playing some good football out there tonight for those Line Mountain Eagles. And that'll bring up a 4th down play, and the Eagles will get the ball back as they're going to send back, well, a couple of Eagles. Can't really see them from here. It's going to be Dominic Rich on the far side of the field. Bobby Pham looking to punt one here. Now he gets an excellent snap. Not too big a rush. And the kick's going to come down this way. And let's see. The Line Mountain Eagles are going to let it roll dead at the 18-yard line. Down out there by Matthew Sherman. But it'll be 1st and 10 now for the Eagles on their own 18. It's 40 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter as the Eagles have that ball again. And Carson will hand this one off to number 20, and he drives it up the middle for about 3. Stopped in there by a couple of Trojans. It looks like Altland on the bottom getting up last that time. Sims, Brad Snyder, and Altland all making the stop for UDA. 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. 2nd down and 7 for the Eagles. They're at the 21-yard line. Carson hands this one off. Up the middle with it goes Rich. He'll drive it all the way out to the 28-yard line, where he's finally stopped in there by Kinch. Ryan Kinch making a stop on him there. Altland helping out. Mosser is in there along with Sims, Snyder, Rao, Rutledge.
Once again, we're still ready for the 50-50 winning ticket.
Peterson.
The blue ticket, number 214.
And we're going to measure this one. This is so close to a 1st down. From here, it looks like he probably has it, but we'll see.
Another number. The number again is 214.
Yeah, he got it by the length of the football and another half.
Another ticket at the end of the 3rd
So it is a
quarter.
1st down for the Eagles, and that ball now out at the 28, just about 29-yard line. 1st and 10, Line Mountain. 1st and 10, Eagles. At the 29, we'll call it. And this time, let's see. The ball is loose. The Trojans pick it up. They're going to drive it down inside the 5-yard line. Well, the Trojans have the football, and it was recovered in there by Sean Rao, picking up that football. And Rao and Carson having a couple of words out there. But anyway, the Trojans with their first big threat of the night now. Let's see if we can drive this one in. It's 1st and goal from the 2. Or the 3. 1st and goal from the 3, I guess it is. Well, by golly, if we're going to score now and break that string of scoreless quarters, this is our chance. Handoff is to Zielinski. He drives it down to the 1. It'll be a 2nd and goal from about the 1-yard line. Less than 50 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Trojans will hurry it up here a little bit. It'd be nice to see them score here and try to get back into this quick. Here's a 2nd try, and this time it's going to be Bobby Pham. He'll sneak it in for the touchdown, I believe. Yes, it is. So the Trojans get 6, and it's now a 20-6 ball game with 39 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. And UDA finally is on the board. Well, we'll see what they attempt to do on the extra point try. Will they go for 2? I would think they would. Trailing now by 14. And they will try to get 2 out of this, as Bobby Pham has Rao in a slot on this side of the field. Bob goes back to pass. Flags are thrown. Over the middle goes the ball, but it's incomplete. But there are flags on the play. In fact, there's another flag thrown now late. So we're going to have two flags on the play. We could have interference on the second flag, but I'm not sure what the first one is. That would probably, the second one would probably be interference. But the first one is probably against UDA. So these could wash out, and we could run the play again. We'll see. Ball from Mr. Schupp. Illegal motion against UDA. Pass interference against the Eagles. So they're going to do it again. Ball will stay right there. And the extra point try will be attempted again here. Well, let's see if we can have any better luck here on the second try. Stay back just a little bit. Bobby's looking to pass, fires one over here in the end. It is caught, but it's good, he said. Whoa, boy. Oh, brother. Complete, and boy, did Heath Altland ever just stay in there with that one. Wow, it's 20-8 now with 39 seconds remaining here in period number 3. Super catch that time by that Heath Altland, really extending himself out there and making a great catch. All right, well, who knows? Let's go get that ball back quick. Okay, Brian Robertson has her teed up here now on the 40-yard line following the Trojans' first touchdown of the evening. And we'll see if Brian can kick this one deep and we can hold those Eagles back there. Maybe we get that ball back again. Going to have to do that. Now, the play that set that one up, of course, was the fumble and gave the Trojans the ball inside the 5-yard line, so that paid off. Eagles making a big mistake, and it cost them. Here comes the kickoff. Kickoff this time is going to come over here and go out of bounds. That'll give the Eagles the ball 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line, and they'll put it in play from there. Okay, 1st and 10 now for the Eagles on their own 35-yard line. Brandon Carson at the quarterback spot. He'll hand this one off, and up the middle rips that number 20, and boy, does he have some running room. Way down the field he goes, still on his feet, but finally knocked out of bounds in Trojan territory, deep at the 30. See, they'll put it at about the 34-yard line, 35-yard line.
At the 35-yard line.
35-yard line. Big gain on the first play, so the Trojans let the Eagles off the hook on the very first play as they gained real good yardage all the way to the Trojan 35. So they started on their own 35 and went down 30 yards to the Trojan 35. So can't keep that up. Here's Carson again, handing this one off. Dirk, or rather, check that. That's that Rich out to the 30-yard line, gain of 5. Kinch and Sims making the stop up there for UDA.
Second and
5 now for the Eagles. Okay, the time expired for the third quarter on the last play, so we have a 20-8 ball game now with 12 minutes remaining, and the Trojans down by 12 points. All right, here we go now, 4th period getting underway. Eagles with the ball, 2nd down 5 on the Trojan 30-yard line. Brandon Carson has it, hands it off. Over the left side goes that man. He loses the football. The ball is going to be loose. The Trojans have it. Upper Dauphin has recovered the football, falling on the ball back there and hold everything. There is a flag on the play. Flag on the play. The ball was recovered by Matthew Sherman, but there is a flag. They're going to be talking to, let's see, holding called against that. That'll be declined, and of course the Trojans will have the football. Sims says, yeah, we'll take the football. So this could be interesting. Holding against the Eagles declined. Upper Dauphin has the football on their own 18-yard line. 1st and 10, Upper Dauphin.
We have a 50-50 winner.
It certainly sparked the Trojan offense a little bit, if there's any spark in them here now, because they've gotten 2 big breaks. And the handoff this time and trying to go up the middle with it and getting nothing is number 33, Brar. Tian complaining about something in there, maybe a face mask, the way he was gesturing to the official here, but no call on it. And so it'll be 2nd down and 9, gain of 1. Ball at the 19-yard line, 2nd down 9. 11 minutes remaining in the game, and the clock is moving. Trojans need to get a couple big gulps at it here. Let's see what happens. Breyer in motion over on the right side. Back to pass goes Pham. He's got to try to put a screen off. Nope. Now he's going to dump one out here. He's got a man out here at Zielinski. But Anthony kind of slipped on making the catch, and he might have hurt himself. He did. Anthony's got a bad ankle or a shin or something like that as he tripped up there, and it looks like his ankle or shin may have been injured on that play. We'll see. At any rate, timeout, official timeout on the field. Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Zielinski hobbles off here now. Right ankle, right leg injury of some kind for Anthony, so we hope that's not too serious. And Alan Hill will check into the ball game for UDA. Sean Rutledge goes in at the fullback spot now for the Trojans on this big 3rd down play. Back to pass goes Pham. He's got some time now. Fires one downfield. He got a man out here off the fingertips of Drew Peterson is where that one's going to go. Some good coverage out there. Drew had a guy stride for stride right with him, and it will be 4th down coming up now. Earlier on in the season, these passes were connecting very well, and now of late, just not able to bring some of those in. But Drew had a man right there on him, and so couldn't bring that one in. It is 4th down, and UD will punt. 10 minutes, 11 seconds remaining. Bob gets a low snap. He's going to pick it up and run it. He comes up this side, and Bobby may have the 1st down. He does. All right. Bob Pham with a big 1st down. Not intentional, but Bobby really scrambling that time on another low snap. And this time Bobby was able to run it back this way. Boy, Bob can fly when he gets going. Way to go, Bob Pham. Nice play. My gosh. Sometimes a guy got to do what a guy got to do, right? And that time Bob had to run for his life as he got the low snap and was able to make something out of nothing. Rutledge again at the fullback spot. The running back there is, I'm not sure who. But anyway, here's a handoff to Breyer. Breyer cuts it up the middle and dives ahead to the 47-yard line. Nice run by Dan Breyer. Good job by Breyer. It's at the 47, 1st and 10 for the Trojans. So all of a sudden, the Trojans getting a little bit of a spark here to ignite a little bit of offense. 9:50 left in the ball game, and the Trojans making a move here. Maybe Sherman on the far side of the field, Peterson on the near side. Back to Pham hands it off. Breyer is met on a good tackle that time by that Kime again. It's either Heim or Kime. Nothing on that one. It is going to be a loss of a couple on the play. 2nd and 12 now. Kime come right in there, 63. He has been playing very, very well for the Eagles tonight. And he come in and makes a big stop on Breyer. Loss of 2. 2nd and 12, ball right at the UD 45-yard line. Bobby Pham will reposition Breyer back there. Rutledge right behind him. In motion over there they come, and the handoff. Now that ball there was that play was a little goofed up from the start.
Fumble on the play.
Either Rutledge wasn't at the right position or Bobby handed it off to the wrong place, whatever. It's 3rd down now, so the Trojans all of a sudden sputtering here. And timeout called for whatever reason, I'm not sure what, stopping the clock. Now they put the clock back in play, and timeout is going to be called indeed by the Trojans. So UD calls timeout. 36 left in the ball game, and the Trojans trailing by 12. Okay, UD looking at a 3rd down and about 13 now following the timeout, and this time it's going to be a fake. Bobby's got it, rolls around to the right side, dumps one down the side. It is complete, but it's going to be short of the 1st down. Altland making the
Bobby Pham's pass.
Or rather, Rutledge making the catch out there.
In line mountain territory at the 46-yard line.
It's at the 46, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 3 now. So another great big play coming up here for UDA. They're going to have to get 3 to keep the football as Hill and Huffman check into the ball game. Derek Schaefer will check out here for UDA. On a big 4th down and 3. So this will be a biggie. 7:54 left in the ball game. In the shotgun formation goes, no, he's going to fake punt. Coming around this side is Breyer. Can Breyer get 3? Yes. Deon Breyer has got the 3. Keeps the 1st down alive. To the 42-yard line he goes before Kime again comes up and makes a stop on him. It was a fake punt, and it's going to be 1st and 10, Upper Dauphin on the Eagle 42. So the Trojans have to get her going here quickly now. 7:40 remaining in the ball game. And the clock put in motion, so down to 7.5 minutes when we get this play off. Matter of fact, before we get it off, it's down there now. Under 7.5 minutes remaining. Here's Pham in the shotgun formation, dropping back. Now he's going to fire one over the middle. It is complete. We got a man wide open down here. It is Sherman. Matthew Sherman has the ball down at the 17-yard line of the Eagles, 1st and 10. Upper Dauphin. All of a sudden, the Trojans are coming to life here now. We can just keep it up. 7 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in the ball game. Sherman will flank out on the far side. In the slots over there on the right side is both Altland and Pham rolling, dumping one over his way. It is incomplete. In and out of the hands of number 33, Brower. Stops the clock with 6:49 remaining and brings up a 2nd down and 10. All right, on a 2nd down 10 play. Here comes Pham dropping back to pass, gets a big rush, racing around the right side he goes, fakes once, and now he's going to be knocked out of bounds over there. Not much gain on the play, however. It'll bring up a 3rd down and about 7 or so. 3rd down and 7. The ball spotted just shy of the 15-yard line. At the 14-yard line, you might as well call it. And we'll see what happens now as the clock was stopped with 6:40 remaining. Bobby bumped out of bounds over there, stopping the clock. Rao will flank out on the far side of the field, what I was trying to say. As Bobby looks to set him up here. Dropping straight back, firing one down into the corner here. We got a man out here, and it is going to be caught! No! Oh, Matt Sherman looked like he was going to make a circus catch on that one.
For number 82,
but not quite able to grab that one. Oh, man. 4th down coming up. But that was right there battling all the way with an Eagle defender and just unable to bring it. It looked like the ball was up for grabs, really, get right down to it. The Eagle might have had just as much of an opportunity to catch that one, but Matt made a good try at it, but just couldn't quite catch that ball. 4th down coming up. All of a sudden, the Trojans, who looked like they were going to be able to take one in here, maybe they had a drive going. They're forced to do something now on a 3rd down. There was a hold play on the last play, so it's 3rd down and about 20 now. And Bobby will go back to pass. He's looking. He's still looking. He's going to have to run it now, and he's in trouble as he is thumped down at the 25-yard line. Will bring up a 4th down. Everybody covered down there. Altland was in the corner. He was covered by Carson. And timeout now called by UDA, I think. Yeah, Trojans called timeout with 6:14 left here in the ball game, and one big play coming up here for UDA. Football games are always played with big plays, and this one right here, folks, is the big play of this ball game, I guess. If you discount the other scores that Carson had run, this is a big one for UDA. 4th down, it's a must. It's a shotgun formation, good snap. Bobby Pham dropping back, getting a big rush, gets away from one man, but he won't get away from this guy. And again, let's see who it is in there. It's going to be Shingara along with number 1 out there for the Eagles. And so that'll do it now as the Trojans turn the ball over on downs at the 32-yard line. They're making the 37-yard line of the Eagles, 1st and 10, Line Mountain. Now that clock will rip off of there. We've got 6 minutes remaining right now, and now inside there, 5:59, 5:58, and so forth. So the clock, which was kind of hanging around in the Trojan favor, will now start to spin like it's on a 2:20 line here in about a second. It'll go quick. Here's Carson handing it off and diving ahead for a yard or so into the hands of Ryan Kinch. There goes that runner. Rutledge along with Altland in there to make the stop for the Trojans. Gain of 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Okay, 2nd down and about 7 actually. Ball near the 40-yard line. Here's Carson. He'll hand it off and going up the middle with it for another yard or so. That young fella tackled in there by Mosser along with Rutledge.
Dominic Rich, the ball carrier.
Justin Mosser making the stop, and along with Sean Rutledge. Gain of a yard or so. It'll be 3rd down and 6. 3rd down 6 play now. Let's see what Carson elects to do with this one. He'll send 84 in motion over on the left side, and back to pass he goes. He's looking over that way. Flips one out there. It is going to be incomplete. Covered over there by number 22, Peterson, and number 41, is it? Yeah, 41, Altland.
Broken up on the play
on the coverage over there. And it's a 4th down play coming up here now with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left. Clock is stopped with the incompletion, so the Trojans will get the ball back. See if we can run this punt back if indeed Carson punts it. He's in punt formation, but you never know what these Eagles might have up their sleeve. See what kind of a snap he gets. Good one. And the kick. Good, high, spiraling kick. Taken out here on the run by Sherman. Sherman down the left side, tries to cut it back infield, and is tackled at the 46-yard line of the Eagles. So a nice run back by Matt Sherman. And the Trojans again with good field position. Now 4 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the ball game. The clock will be started here, and there it goes. So we're going to be inside of 4 minutes here before the Trojans ever get this one off. Our Alan Hill again checking into the ball game for UDA, and here comes that Bob Pham. So let's see if we can get on the board one more time anyway. 2 more times would be nice, but 1st and 10. The Trojans held the Eagles that time, got that ball right back. Nice run back by Sherman, and here we go. 46-yard line of the Eagles. Bobby will hand it off. Coming over this way is Breyer. Breyer to the 39-yard line. Gain of 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4 from the 39-yard line. Pitch is back over here now. They're going to do a reverse. This is Sherman coming around this side, and that's not going to work. Nope, loss of a yard or so on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 5.
Sherman on.
All right, big 3rd down play, 3rd and 5 now looking at UDA. The ball at the 41-yard line. Motion comes Breyer. He'll go back the other way now. And back to pass goes Bob Pham. He got a little protection this time. Now he's got lots of room up the middle, and Bobby's going to run it up the middle. He's trying to squirt around the other side over there, still on his feet, making a nice gain down to the 10 and down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, Bobby Pham with one fantastic run that time. Beautiful run, and that's going to give the Trojans a 1st and goal at the Eagle 7. With 1 minute and 53 is all that remains in the ball game. So the Trojans will have to get her in there really, really quickly and then try an onside kick or something fantastic here, whatever. It is 1st and 10, or rather 1st and goal from the 7. 1st and goal from the 7. Rutledge in there along with Breyer in the backfield. Altland flanked on the near side here, and Bobby will pitch it back here to Breyer. Breyer rushes in for 6. Touchdown, UDA. So the Trojans will try an extra point here coming up, and it would be a big one. as the score is now 20 to 14. Trojans trail by 6, and an extra point try coming up. Bobby Pham a little winded out there, and we'll have that extra point try coming up here for you in just a moment. Alton will check out of the ball game. Sean Rao going in there for the Trojans, and we'll see what they do on the extra point try. Only 1:26 now, so clock really against UD, but it's nice to see the fellas playing like this now as the game winds down. Here is that extra point try. Rao in motion over to this side. Bobby Pham going back to passes it in the end zone, complete to Sherman for the extra point. And so we've got a 20 to 16, a 4-point game now. So it might be an interesting kickoff coming up here now. So we'll see what happens. You never know. 1 minute, 26 seconds remaining. The Eagles up by 4, and they will be getting the football, maybe. We'll see. Brian Robertson never kicked an onside kick, but surely that's what it will be now, because the Trojans only have 1 timeout remaining. The Eagles have 2. So we're going to have to try the onside kick and see if we can recover this football, and who knows. But at least they have come back tonight and have scored here in the second half against these high-flying Eagles, and we'll see what happens. Here it comes. That was the play of the game. Here's the kick of the game. Robertson will approach it. He'll nub it over this way. It is going to be fallen upon by the Eagles, so they have it. And they'll probably be able to run the clock out now, as there's only 1 minute 26 seconds remaining in the game. Newcomer covering that ball for the Eagles, and the ball will be on the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10 Eagles will be put into play right now, put in motion. And we've got 1 minute and 20 left and counting down. The Trojans have given them a little scare here now as they lead by 4 with the clock down to 1 minute 9. And they're going to send a man way back deep here just in case there's any, and they're going to just set on it. Well, that'll probably do it. And the Eagles will pick up their
2nd down.
6th win. And the Trojans apparently will pick up their 2nd consecutive loss. But anyway, well, we made a game out of it here in the second half. Couldn't get any offense generated in the first half, but in the second half here didn't play too badly. And so, again, they will flag and whatever, you know. It's inevitable, I guess. Anyway.
Carson kneels down. There's a penalty flag on the play.
Carson kneeling down on the play. It'll be a personal foul against the Trojans. So that's what it's going to be called. We'll look at the time here. 27 seconds. Get away from the football field for a second here now. 27 seconds remaining, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. And they will wrap this up with a 2016 victory here at UDA tonight. And we'll see you next week at Juniata, when the Trojans will have to see if they can halt this skid against those Juniata Indians, who are having one heck of a good year also. So it won't be easy. Last couple of games have been toughies here, and we'll have to see what happens next week. Now, clock's down to 27 seconds, so this will probably be the last play of the ball game. And again, they will kneel on it after a while. Carson's just going to walk around back here now, wait for the time to expire. He has played one heck of a ball game. 2 big runs by that Brendan Carson, as the Trojans will call time with 14 seconds left.
14 seconds left in the game.
Anyway, Carson with those 2 big runs of 49 yards, I think, and 41 yards that really sealed the fate of the Trojans tonight. So he has played one heck of a ball game and deserves a lot of credit. So they will have to run one more play, though. The Trojans have stopped the clock, using up their last timeout with 14 seconds left, and borrowing something exciting on this play. It should finish them up. So they hate like heck to lose 2 in a row. Hate to lose 1 in a row. But anyway, 2 in a row now, and kind of need to regroup. All right, now they'll have to put it in play here anyway before the clock will start, so we'll simply go up and kneel on it again. Now, we will stay in here this time, though, to make sure there's nothing dumb going on here. He'll kneel on this one again, and that's going to be the end of that. So congratulations to the Eagles. And for the Trojans, they hung in there tough in the second half especially. Generated almost nothing offensively in the first half, but second half they did pretty darn well, and that'll do it. We'll see you
your final score here from Trojan Field, Line Mountain
next
20,
year at Line Mountain.
16. Hope everybody will have a safe trip home, and good evening.